Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I'm about to go on a little rant. It's gonna not be good. Give you a heads up, I do. Spiritual enlightenment. Remember, rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I'm about to give you one of my life lessons. How about that? And I want to get you prepared. Okay. Right thinkers. No, let me get this show started. I don't even know how to start this, but I'm really not trying to get myself together. Bear with me. Once I get started, you'll understand. But yeah, I'm hot as a firecracker in the pistol right about now, and I got a show coming up after this one called "I'm Mad." So this is me just getting ready. I'm about to unload my anger and frustration on some of the things I don't particularly care for. How about that? So again, life lessons. This is the real deal. Let's go. Right thinker, mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. You hear that word a lot. Daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and that's what I'm on, is that all right thinkers and even family members and friends to know thyself. Sorry about that. But you're a right thinker. Your goal should be to know thyself. Okay. The question I ask you, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. Some of us need more help than others. Let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is obvious. They are foolish. Disregard them, even if they're loved one. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Some people don't like it, but follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my yacht be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about. I'm asking the question. What happened to discipline, people? I was raised in a disciplined household. In my house, discipline was a must. It wasn't an option. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. There was no choice. That was, I guess, a long time ago. I'm 66 years old now, so yeah, it's been a while. But discipline, truth, love, integrity, self respect, those are qualities that I grew up with. I don't hear them words today. The good book says parenting skills. This is why they told you that. You spare the ride, meaning you spare that ass whooping, okay, you're gonna spoil your child. If you don't tax that ass, I'm a little right now, so I'm a little upset. But I'm tired of this nonsense about not being able to put your child in check. I heard that it's against the law to whoop or spank your child. Who, when that come in, I have no idea about that. I'm couldn't work in my time, so there's some new stuff, and I see. And what I'm seeing is because these kids don't fear discipline because they're not being dealt with, taxing. They really out of control. Oh, this is the new thing. This is what they do now. This is how they doing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If it's wrong, you should stop it. If it's not appropriate, you should not let it go down. I was coming up. You couldn't go to a young lady's house and go in their bedroom and, close the door. Now, come on. And you wonder about why I'm going to blast a few people. I was taught to acquiesce. That means act like you've been here before. Act like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. Why? Because if you did wrong, you had to pay for that. So you need to act like you got some sense. Because there was a punishment behind anything that wasn't done that you should be doing. If we raise our children with discipline, accountability, I never forget my son, everybody who watched my son, looked at him for the time they need to, all said the same thing. He's so well-mannered. He better be. What you mean? Yeah, that's my son. He better be. Simple as that. I don't care what you know. That's mine. You a little rough for him. Those who thought about that when I was raising my son was raising their kids with that mentality. I put my son up where he is now in life up against theirs and see how they work out for you. Moving on. Again, we are born into this world ignorant. So it's okay to come in here ignorant. You don't want to go out still ignorant. I give you the caterpillar example. Caterpillars are supposed to turn into butterflies. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're supposed to wake up, become conscious, and know ourselves so that we can go back home and rest for eternity. That's the concept. The spirit don't die. It needs to go back and unite with its original maker, which is God conceptually. But those who without discipline, you ain't got to worry about that. If you're not disciplined, you're not going to do the things that you need to do to get where you want to go and get God's attention. He's not going to bless bad behavior. As a parent, I would never reward my child for bad behavior. I'm going to punish him every time. My mom did it to me. I couldn't wait. Why? I'm not giving in to your little sad face, little puppy face, or little tears. It means nothing. My mom didn't give a good hoot. You didn't do what I tell you to do. Now I'm going to tell you what to do. So when I went to prison, I was already comfortable. Why? My mom already got me prepared for that nonsense. I don't know if she was doing that on purpose, but yeah, I learned how to, okay, so what that mean? You're going to acquiesce. If I do this, this is going to happen. If I don't make it home in time of curfew, I'm going to be on punishment. Simple as that. It didn't make a difference to her. Why, who, what, when. You know the rules. Simple as that. If you follow the rules, you'll be fine. Moving on. That's the purpose of discipline. Self-discipline is knowing right from wrong, right? But doing what's right. That takes courage. That's discipline. To do what's wrong, it don't take much discipline to do that. And then after the fact, oh, I should have done that. Oh, want to pray to God. Oh, Lord, or did not. No, don't do what you know is wrong. You ain't got to worry about the consequences because you already know what they are. If there is no discipline early in life, that's the key right there. There will be none later. What you mean? If your child 3 or 4 years old and they're not listening to you because you feel the need to just, well, they'll get over it. No, they're going to get worse. Okay? The healthy dose of fear is every child's discipline in the back of their mind. Why? I was scared. If I did wrong, I'm getting taxed. Okay? Damn the police. No, our law didn't mean nothing. If I did wrong, anything, my man was going to take care of that. My mom was backing them up. Parents, y'all got to be a united force with the child also. The father can't say this and the mother say that. Why? The child get smart and play out to each other because y'all ain't smarter than the damn child. It should be united front. What we say go. If I say no, it means no. Don't go ask your mother why. She should say no too. Why? Then they know they can't play you. But when they get wind of that, it's a wrap. But if you're not disciplined, your child, you're asking for trouble. And you telling me the law telling you you can't whoop your child? This is why they're making more prisons than colleges. Why? That's where y'all going to end up in prison. You ain't going to college. Moving on. So, I spanked my son legs when he was a baby. when he was just learning how to walk, whenever he did something wrong, I would say, ah, ah, ah. And he knew the spanking came first. So the ah, ah, ah was the warning. So he didn't get the spanking part because he stopped with the ah, ah, ahs. That's discipline. You don't have to abuse the child. No, you want them to listen and adhere to what you tell them when you tell them. I hate when people bring the kids out in public when at home the kid run the household. Then in public they want to act like they're a parent. Your kid ain't gonna listen to you out the public. Why he gonna listen to you at home? Again, when you discipline your child at an early age, they will learn and they will be better for it. The flip side of that is you just want to love your child, you don't want to spank them, you don't want to hold them accountable, they're going to cause problems. I was shocked when I was a kid, when I saw other kids wild out. I'm saying, oh, they're going to get it. Everybody didn't get it like that. In my household, that wasn't tolerated, okay? And I also raised my son with what a lot of people thought was kind of rough. I was just honest and straight. And how about this? I'll never forget one of my friends asked my son, we lived in a drug-infested neighborhood. Around the corner, they sold drugs. Right in front of the house, not too far. They got drugs and thing going on. They asked, well, how'd you get around the drug thing? My dad wasn't having it. Thank you, son. Why? He already knew. Why? I wasn't going for that nonsense. Simple. And if you put them in that state of mind, you ain't got to do no whooping. You ain't got to do no. You just got to let them know. You already know the deal. Hold them accountable. Early. Get the mindset. If I don't, yeah, there you go. And if you put that fear in there, that's half the job. Moving on. Discipline, like charity, what starts at home. If you ain't checking the kids at home, they running around, way running wild. And you think when you go out in public, they're going to acquiesce? It never works that way. And I see people so embarrassed. But if your children don't act like they got some sense out in public, that's a you problem. It reflects, how about this? If you wild out and act the fool in public, it reflects on your mama. Okay, remember that? Discipline starts at home. I say loving, caring young people, young parents, and what they don't do, discipline the children. You can love them and still discipline them. They don't believe in that. And you wonder why the kid don't listen to you. You wonder why the kid don't do what you tell it to do when you want it to do. It don't work that way. You tax that butt, every time you tell them to do, they're going to do what you tell them. Why? They know they're going to get their butt taxed. We know if you break the law, you go to jail. Don't wait till they get grown. I told my kids, I'm giving you this and teaching this because I love you. The world don't give a damn about you. You break the law, go to jail. You can't acquiesce to a situation and conduct yourself in a respectful manner, you're going to have problems. And if the parent don't institute that, who will? Prison system. They love that. Why? They can take care of them. Don't worry, we'll take care of them. Parents, do your job. Now, at this point in my life, I got grandsons, okay? And what I see, they are disciplined. I would be remiss and I would be very disappointed if they wasn't. Why? I gave their father. He gave it to them. I remember when there was little guys on Father's Day, we do our annual get together, and they was still, growing, 4, 5, 6 years old, but they was going back and forth. He's on the phone, so he tell them stop doing something with the juice. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching. So the two of them still going back and forth. He on the phone, stop. They still talking. Again, you tell them. I lived over to my oldest one, MJ. I said, yo, my man, this is way too many times to tell y'all to stop doing something for me. Look at me. What you mean, Pop? I done told you the first time, and after that, I've been whooping your ass. He looked at me crazy like, yeah. They know, Pop, don't do a whole bunch of jibber jabber, one and done. Simple as that. Why? That's discipline. You go to prison, they're going to take one time. Stay behind the line. You cross that line, you're going to have to deal with them. That's what I'm saying. They don't care. So as a parent, you can do it with love. That's all. Put them where they need to be, show them how they need to be, and let them be. If you don't, they're going to do it and listen to somebody else, and they're going to do a whole bunch of things that you're going to be responsible for anyway. So do the right by them. Give them the best. Now, we always talk about the generational curse. Yeah. Number runner, grandfather, did his thing. I, drug dealer, my son, none of that. That curse stopped with me. When I realized that wasn't the way, I didn't pass that on. We stopped this nonsense. Okay. Now I got grandkids who doing good and living a nice life, suburban nice. Okay, hey, whatever it is. But they're doing good things. Because of Pop. Okay. I could have had them involved in the family business. My family business was illegal. Nonetheless, moving on. My mother said, you keep telling people that. Moving on, we ain't going there. Sorry about that, Mom. But now I also have, watch this, even this is what I'm about to meet the road. I have nieces and nephews, okay, who I watched grow up since little kids. Love them. But discipline ain't the strong suit. I'm old school, obviously. And if I can't whip it, I never forget. I took my niece and nephew to Disneyland when they were little. Didn't have a problem. Loved it. So I know who they are. They know who I am. We done hung out. So I'm raising them. Now they're grown. I'm gonna let that stay there. Moving on. Where we at down here? This is when we okay. I raised my son. Okay, this is where we at down here. Okay, old school. Yeah. And my motto was, if I can't whip it, I can't whoop it. Well, I can't whoop them. I can't watch them. Why? Simple as that. Because if they don't do it, I tell them I'm gonna whoop their butt. Simple. And now that they're grown, I can't deal. Excuse me. I can't deal with a grown person who's very arrogant and nasty, and so I don't have to argue and deal with kids. You're still a kid to me. You're just grown, but you're still a kid. So if we can't respectfully have a conversation, I leave you be. Wow, I'm not doing the fighting back and forth to help you out. If you're in a situation where you're drowning because you can't handle your situation, I come and help you and tell you what to do. You don't listen, I'm gonna let you drown. Simple as that. So I'm not gonna try to fight a grown person, try to teach them things that they should learn. I deal with kids. I'm so done with that. Moving on. I'm taking the advice from everybody. Man, get over it. That's what it is. Okay. I'm moving on. Discipline is holding, first of all, yourself accountable to what? Act right. If you learn right from wrong, the choice is yours to do right or wrong. Right? Rewards, blessings, wrong, punishment, karma. Remember them? Simple. I can't wait to teach children. Why? I can make it real easy for them. Watch this. We all have been taught right from wrong. Yes, at home, in school, and in life. So it's always been there. It ain't like, well, I didn't know. You can't claim ignorance when it comes to knowing right from wrong. But a lot of us wasn't held accountable to do the right thing or else. That was my mom's mantra. You do what I tell you or else. Simple as that. You didn't have a choice. Making faces, making sounds, got your butt whooped. How about that? So all that how you man, don't even entertain that. But this day and age, things is changing. Of course, it changed don't mean it's for the better. I don't see better. I don't see better change. Okay. Now, change I see. That to make it better. Moving on. You get one shot with me to do what I ask you to do if you're a child. And if you don't do that, I will help you my way. My man, I never forget right now, just watching in Living Color, they're doing the slave thing. The old man said, I done got 70 kids out here. You the last one. I need you to go. He said, well, Pop, I don't think I can do it. I put my foot in your ass. He said, I'll give it a shot. Inspiration, motivation is always a good thing. Why? When the eagles, when the mother keep bringing the food to the birds and chipping, okay, at a certain point when she get tired out, when she think they need to be doing their own thing, she just kick them out. Just boot them out. Fly or die. Simple as that. That's cruel. No, that's nature. That's how it is. You either do or you don't. Like Miyagi say, you do or you don't. No in betweens. You can't straddle the fence in life. Make the decisions. Moving on. Let me wrap this up again. I see the time. I appreciate you too. Trying to do this without wilding out. But where we at? Where we at? Okay. Oh, where we at? Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. Okay, you got one shot. Now, back in my day, 'cause I know you got one. The whipping was a lesson also. Oh, you didn't just get a whipping. Didn't I tell you got it? Yeah, you got the whole gambit. So it wasn't abuse. It was lessons that, again, life lessons. And if you're the parent, you did that early. Why? You can't be fighting no 14, 15-year-old kid as big as you. Makes sense. But if you institute the discipline and the fear of you in them, it'll make a difference how big you get. I ain't ever going after my mom. My grandma, a little bitty person, loved her to death, would never think about that. Why? That's respect for your elders. That's another part that y'all losing. Respect somebody who's older than you. Then, moving on, this new generation, we ain't really let them get away with murder, so to speak. But it's suicide because they only hurt themselves. Moving on. Now, you're going to do what I tell you to do, okay? That don't work now. Why? You can't whip your kids. Okay, I had a stepson, my second wife, and this guy did everything, and I couldn't do nothing until she decided, well, okay, enough, get him. Ooh-wee. In the middle of me doing what I had to do, I'm calling diapers. Okay, come on, call them. And if they come, you going to go with them. Why? I can't house you, clothe you, feed you. I can't discipline you. You got to go. Simple as that. Moving on. So that whole idea, you can't whoop me. Well, when they come, don't even pack yourself. Why? I bought that. So you just go with them. Let them house you, feed you, and clothe you, and discipline you. Since I can't. Moving on. Old school. Oh, yeah. Old school discipline is what? Is whooping that ass. When? Anytime it needed to be. Simple as that. Don't fire burn. Every time you burn, you stick your hand into it. You're supposed to learn a lesson. Why? Psst, okay, I'll leave that alone. Every time you violate, I'm put that butt. Why? So you can stop doing it. That's the whole point. It's the deterrent. I know we went through a whole bunch of abuse, but we talking about good, honest disciplining your children. Okay, stepdads and other people beating up on other people, kids. That was never a good thing. But they dealt with that whole nother entity. But you have to have discipline. I never I never spanked. I never. What? And to this day. I never spanked the ass whipping. Okay, on his day, I don't get that one. Excuse me. Okay, back in my day, old school discipline was what? Whipping that ass went every time it needed to. And that's real discipline. Now, my grandsons all know one thing about Pop Pop. If you don't do what he say, it's coming. And it's funny because I got the little one, JoJo. When JoJo about 3 years old, he got the message. Yeah, Pop, yes, I do. You don't do what you want to do. You do what I tell you to do. We're the parents. Don't let the image run the damn insane asylum. Oh, he's cute. Man, I don't give a damn about none of that. If I say no, that's what I mean. That's discipline. That's all. I had a situation where I did hands. Okay, what the hell? I had a situation where my hands are. Okay, I had a situation where my hands are tied. What I'm talking about? When I'm trying to see a situation that I'm not pretty much comfortable with, and ain't nothing I can do about it. That means you gotta learn to, like Teddy Pendergrass, let it go. Moving on. I have never and will never reward any of my children for bad actions or bad any behavior. Why? That's a deterrent. The whole point is for them not to have bad behavior, and to reward them for bad behavior is what? Encouraging them to continue bad behavior. Last one, I'm wrapping it up again. I was told to calm down. Things have changed. Okay, but the change is not in a good way. So y'all gonna just let it go to hell? As my grandmother said, we going to hell in the handbasket. And if you let young people do what they want to do, you ain't helping the problem. You are the problem. Like my man said, Maury Povich, you are the problem if you don't institute discipline with your children. Moving on, that's all the parents, even grandparents, uncles, and I. The village is supposed to raise the child. So if the child get away, we are all at fault. Get the concept? Let's work together to get it done. Again, in closing, right there, because, May you all live to be 100 in discipline, and me 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers discipline have passed away. I'll be back because I'm mad.